Hi, my name is Veronika Scott, and I'm from Detroit, Michigan. And my title is CEO and founder of the Empowerment Plan.
So I went to the College for Creative Studies here in Detroit and was studying industrial design. So I don't really have expertise in fashion or in business, but it started off as a class project in college. Empowerment Plan was just an idea initially that came out of the coat for those in need that were displaced on the streets for decades. And really, when I started, there were 20,000 people that were homeless in the city of Detroit. In the last 6 years since Empowerment Plan began, we've produced around 30,000 coats. And we've distributed those jackets in all 50 states and now 19 other countries. And those coats, thousands of people over the last 6 years. We've also employed 60 individuals. We hire individuals from shelters and housing programs, really because they're showing an extreme amount of motivation just to be there. They are showing the drive to want to make a change in their life and change their situation. Initially was that we were just looking to produce the coat. It wasn't about scaling employment. You start with 3 people in a utility closet in a shelter back year 1. And that's what we're scaling. And that's what's really exciting, because every single person we've hired has been able to move out of the shelter permanently within the first 4 to 6 weeks of working with us. And not a single person has ever fallen back into homelessness once we've hired them.
We're a nonprofit for a reason. We spend about 60% of the paid time in a week on producing the coat, and then 40% of that paid work time on other soft skill development. So we have case managers, clinical social workers, as well as all of these other programs that we bring on site, from GED to financial health and wellness, domestic violence support, technological literacy, so that when somebody's here, they're getting paid to get their GED. They're getting paid to help kind of understand where their finances are. And I think that's an exciting thing, because we need to invest in people's time. At Empowerment Plan, we really want to be a part of a future in which these women that we employ become like architects of their own future. They are creating an opportunity for themselves and a pathway for themselves that they want to be on, because really, mostly people have other dreams and aspirations of what they want to go on into. And that's what we want to help and support them in doing. So we're going to be hiring hundreds of people here in Detroit over the next few years and helping them use Empowerment Plan as a stepping stone into something greater. So Empowerment Plan is predominantly female, but since we focus on generational poverty, we hire individuals that have dependents. So we're looking at breaking that cycle, and so investing deeply in those that have children and family that they have to care for. So the coats themselves have evolved a lot over the years. So the Empowerment Plan coat is a jacket by day that has what looks like a giant pocket that folds out inside of the coat. Now that giant pocket is what we call the foot bag, and that is where you slide your feet in up to your knees and Velcro it closed, and that becomes the sleeping bag. Now that is also detachable, and people can use that as a bag separately and just wear the coat as a coat. You can fold the sleeping bag part up into the jacket and roll the whole thing up like a sleeping bag, and then use the sleeves and clip them together to form a strap. So really, the whole thing becomes an over-the-shoulder bag when not in use. And that is because, one, we don't want this to be a one-season garment. We want this to be able to be used for years, and we've seen these coats being used for years. And we want people to be able to physically wear it when it's 90 degrees outside. If you're carrying a winter coat, that's completely impractical, and people are going to lose it, trash it, or have it get stolen if they can't keep it on their body year-round or with them. So those were some of the concerns that we took into when initially designing it. The coat materials have also evolved so much over the years as well. And we do a multitude of different colors, but we only do one size. We work with other companies, like I said, from Carhartt to Patagonia to General Motors, getting their dead stock, discontinued colors, scrap material that they're not utilizing, and use it to produce our product. Like with GM, we're using recycled plastic bottles from the Rensen that are processed into insulation for our coats. We've also used recycled door paneling. So it's really exciting to see an industry that does have a lot of waste, which is the apparel industry, being able to utilize that. We do one size though, is when I first began, we did sizes small through extra large. We did the whole size range, and we couldn't give out sizes small through large because people wore a lot of layers. We're handing these out mostly in the winter, and what would happen is we'd run out of a certain size, see someone, that person needed the coat right then, but needed a different size, or the small was just too small. And we're like, well, we'll come back. And if we did come back, they may not be there again, and the high likelihood of not seeing them again. On a typical day at Empowerment Plan, we are producing anywhere between 40 to 60 coats. The reason it ranges is because we're always bringing in new people and training them, so that always kind of shifts the production, because when we're about to hire another additional 10 to 11 people in the next few months, and that takes away time from production. In our building, really love this space. My favorite thing, and my one big thing, was the skylights and all the windows. For me, I think one, happy work environment. Natural light is so important, and also it's winter, it gets dark. I think as much natural light as we can get, and then it also helps with the quality of the product because you can really see a lot more in natural light. Anybody can get involved with Empowerment Plan. You can check us out at empowermentplan.org, or you can help support a coat for somebody in need this winter, not just here in Detroit, but anywhere. So I think it's very exciting, and we'd love to help.